Oscar to 20 Games here, and welcome back to Let's Play Three Houses. Last time we were able to Edelgard's dead. This time we're gonna try to go against the true enemy, and they hold them in some place called Shambhala. And they were the people responsible for inflicting Lysithea with another crest that she did not want. Anyway, let's go. Also, ignore all those saves, please. I'm kind of insane.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Blue Sea Moon. The city without light. Immediately following Edelgard's defeat, the Alliance army discovers the existence of another adversary, a group operating behind the scenes within the Empire. Claude suspects that if the true enemy is left unchecked, disaster will befall Fodlan, and so he cuts short the celebration and the troops head for Shambhala, where this foe resides.
Shambhala. Okay. I'm recording from a different area, so my setup's kind of messed up, and this is the only way how it works. And it's gonna take a while. Let's see how this month looks. Gotta work on focusing on Claude's support because he has one net and flame left, and then that's it. And now we've got to focus on other things too. And I wish this did not take a while. Oh, okay. Whose birthday? Casper's. Get flowers. I honestly don't have time. The 4th. Alright, we also rescued Rhea. That's great.
I just don't get it.
What is it, Claude?
We still new music.
Those javelins of light. They were trying to use it to kill us at Fort Mercius, right? But then why not drop it on Garrig Mach? They must have known for a while that we were here.
It is not that they chose to refrain, but rather that they were unable to do so.
Rhea, how are you feeling?
I am well enough. I cannot afford to rest while Fodlan is in danger.
What do you mean when you say they couldn't drop a javelin of light here?
Once, a very long time ago, a massive ball of light fell upon this monastery. However, that light mysteriously changed course in mid-air and landed in Aelel instead.
ALL, the Valley of Torment. So that's what the wreckage of those javelins of light looks like.
The Holy Tomb is not only the location of the progenitor god's eternal slumber, but also a sacred vessel for a power that repels evil. Supposedly, the progenitor god built the Holy Tomb herself to protect her children from the evil light.
So the children of the goddess gathered in Xanadu because of its proximity to the monastery? But we've fought at distant locations many times.
Despite that, the javelins of light only fell on Fort Mercius.
In his letter, Hubert said that he detected their magic when the fort fell. In other words, because they used a javelin of light, Hubert was able to pinpoint the location of their base.
So they didn't use it before then because they didn't want us to know where their base is?
In any case, those javelins of light must be something they can't just use whenever they want. And they finally decided to use one at Mercius, where they were sure they'd be able to finish us off. It's only thanks to the whims of the Death Knight that we escaped with our lives, and no javelins of light have fallen since then.
It's possible that the enemy hasn't yet realized that we've learned the location of their base.
If so, their guard may be down, which makes this the perfect time for a surprise attack.
I will accompany you.
What? No, that would be far too dangerous. Your long confinement weakened you greatly, did it not?
Those people have opposed us since ancient times. I wish to learn the truth about them for myself.
I understand. I will not stop you, but please take care not to overexert yourself.
We don't know exactly what we're up against here, but having you around is very reassuring, Rhea. Let's prepare to strike at Shambhala before they make their next move.
Did I actually hear this name? I don't remember. That's been so long since I actually recorded an episode of Three Houses. I don't know why. Oh, okay, we have a lot of events then. And I'm pretty sure I have like one paralogue left. So the good thing to do now is to see our supports. Okay, let's see if he has one of Lauren's. This is gonna take a while, isn't it?
Picking wildflowers? seems such a common activity for someone like you.
To me, the most beautiful flower is the one that blossoms by its own strength. Lysithea, please accept this as...
Knock it off! Sorry. It's just that the thorns are a bit sharp, and I'm not a fan of killing nature.
True sympathy, even for the smallest wildflower. I admire your kindness. When you inherit your house, that kindness will be a balm to your subjects. They and the neighboring lords will trust you instinctively.
Politics. Again.
The Alliance has been harmed in the past by lords who thought only of themselves, who saw others as a means to an end. But you understand others' pain. With you around, I am quite hopeful that the Alliance will flourish again.
That's not something you should get your hopes up about. House Ordelia will end with my father.
I'm sorry? I understand you have a distaste for politics, but could you really allow a noble house 3 centuries old to fall to ruin? This goes beyond you and even your house. What would become of Fodlan if all its noble houses withered away in such a manner? The people would be in disarray. The balance of power would crumble. Chaos would rule.
No, it's just... my body, unfortunately, is not built to last. And I have no siblings. When I die, that's the end.
What?
Noble birth has been nothing but a source of pain for me. For me, and for my parents. We got sucked into the rebellion in the Empire, and it led to many responsibilities for us. The things we went through. I can hardly bear to speak of it. All I want now is to give my mother and father the chance to live out their years in peace. I intend to do whatever I can to ease the hardships of our people, while I still have life left in me. Naturally, I worry about what will come to pass after I'm gone, but I'm sure things will work out, so long as there are people like you around working so hard for a better future.
So you have been thinking of the future, even despite all of that. I am so sorry. I had no idea. Lysithea, I have offended you most persistently. Please find it in your heart to forgive my impudence.
Don't worry about it. If you're so insistent upon being my friend, I'm sure more tasty snacks and tea will help persuade me. But if speaking of the future holds such importance, better to find someone who actually has one.
I understand. Yes, let's take tea together again soon.
Oh, recognize this one Ingrid and this last one too.
Always diligently working on your craft.
Ah, Ingrid! How long were you standing there?
Only just now. Oh, is that the new painting you were mentioning? You sounded especially inspired about this one. May I see?
No. I mean, the painting's not ready yet. I don't want anyone to see it before it's finished.
But we had spoken about how much your perspective can broaden when you let other people in on your work. Had a change of heart?
It's not that. This one is embarrassing is all.
Come on. You know you don't need to feel embarrassed around me. Please, show me.
Alright. Just for a second.
This one is even more beautiful than the last. A knight in shimmering armor fighting in all her glory. That lance looks a lot like mine. And the armor. And the horse. Ignatz? Is that?
Yes. It's you.
The woman in this image. She's so powerful and regal. I'm in awe. So elegant and refined, but with such a soft air, despite the armor and weaponry.
That's how I see you. You remind me of Saint Saros. Brave and vibrant and powerful, yet kind and gentle. Sorry, was that too much? That was too much.
Thank you, Ignatz. I'm deeply touched. And also embarrassed.
I'm feeling a little embarrassed myself.
Truly, I'm so moved. I guess now I really need to live up to all your painting encompasses. Please show it to me once it's finished.
I will. I promise. Though I don't think I'll show it to anyone else.
Oh, that's nice. Linhart, let's see how this looks.
You seem to have lined up your desserts very meticulously.
What you see before you, Lysithea, is a life choice.
Oh, really?
The most skilled pastry chef in the army has been asked to do the impossible in the heart of wartime. Source high-quality ingredients, employ advanced baking methods, and create these 2 pastries.
Wow. You've put a lot of thought into this. May I?
Of course. You can have but one, though. And it should be noted that they taste completely different. I thought I'd split them between us, seeing as they were made so carefully and are so very, very special.
Ah, thanks. So, what exactly is the life choice you mentioned? Also, if you are not partaking, I'll just go ahead and eat them both.
Oh no. For you see, if you eat one, you simply cannot, must not, eat the other. Should you eat both, a pair of ingredients, one in each pastry, will combine to poison you.
How's this gonna help?
That seems unnecessarily intense. Just one won't kill me then?
Of course not. But making this choice means you will not be able to taste the second dessert. Ever. No matter what I tell you, you'll never know which one tasted best. And if you are underwhelmed by your choice, you'll regret your decision forever.
So, I should just pick one and be done with it.
But you've already chosen, haven't you? Not between the pastries, but your life paths. You would gamble on the chance of living a long life, even if it meant losing your 2 crests. Correct? Hence my current choice.
Wait. Whose choice are we talking about now?
A shortened lifespan doesn't necessarily mean a short life. Even with 2 crests, you might live a long time. And with you around, the study of crests will undoubtedly reach previously unimagined levels. On the other hand, getting rid of them could help someone that I care about. Maybe. Or maybe it won't help at all. Unfortunately, one never knows until they eat the pastry. Even then, you can never taste them both.
Hang on, Linhardt. Do you mean to tell me you care about me? Since when?
When indeed. You are someone I care about, though. So much so I wish we could be family, you and I.
Family? That escalated rather quickly. Although, having more family does sound nice.
Aw.
Anyway, I need to be going. Oh, and feel free to eat the pastries. I made up the poison bit because I didn't know how else to say what I wished to say. And because... well, because I believe there are choices we can make where you can have both. I'll show you somehow, before the war is over.
Are you sure these aren't poisoned? Linhardt, wait! Wait!
Oh, you have one flame. This last one too.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Nice work. Here you go. Drink up.
Oh, thank you. This water tastes absolutely divine.
Your shouts are really coming from the gut now. I bet you're getting stronger too.
I'm not so sure I'm stronger, but somehow, when I shout, I'm able to move more books than normal. Although my brother becomes very anxious anytime he hears me shouting. I do suppose my body feels a bit sturdier now, though. I'm so very grateful to you, Raphael.
Oh no, thank you. I'm just happy to have someone to shout with.
But doesn't all this shouting keep you from your precious workout regimen?
Nah, don't worry about that. I think I'm in better shape now than I was before. My muscles work overtime when they hear you shouting so close to me.
Isn't that wonderful? Come along, Raphael's muscles. We can do this. It is my wish that someday I'll be able to lift a log all on my own with these arms of mine.
I'm sure they will. I used to think you were a lost cause, but look at you now. If you really want to get there, you gotta start training your muscles when we shout, all right? You've already got big brains. But if we can get you big muscles too, you're gonna be invincible.
Invincible? I like the sound of that. Roar! Ah!
Wah! Ah!
Ah! Ah!
Yeah! Yeah!
Alright, now we have one between Cyril and Lysithia. Oh, this is gonna take a while too. Oh boy.
Hey, Lysithia. I'm glad I found you.
What's up, Cyril?
Could you read something for me again?
Alright.
Looks like it's another shopping list. I'm happy to help you out. Did you try looking it over yourself yet?
What's the use? I told you I can't read.
Have a look here. Any of these letters look familiar?
Huh? This one? Was that apples? So it says 3 apples?
Yes, you got it! See? You can do it!
I wonder if there's anything else I can recognize. Let's see.
It's clear you've got a sharp memory. If you apply yourself, you'll be reading in no time. Reading is such an important skill. Once you learn, you won't forget. And I won't be around to read things for you forever.
Lysithea?
Anyway, don't you enjoy learning? It seems like you haven't even thought of trying prior to this. Do you simply not have time for it?
Until now, I never thought about how to learn. And since I was hiding it, I never asked anybody. But right now, I feel like I'd be happy to live like this for a little bit longer.
It seems like a hassle at this point not to learn, so you may as well start putting in the work.
Well, I like having you read things to me.
You do?
Yeah. You always seem happy when I ask you to read things. And when you're happy, you smile. I think you're pretty when you smile. I bet you everyone tells you that though, huh?
As a matter of fact, they haven't. Stop messing with me.
Hang on a second. Am I the only one who's seen you make that face? Is that why nobody's told you?
Excuse you? I mean, honestly.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go take care of this errand for the professor. I'll see you later, Lysithea.
Don't expect me to read for you again. And, just take care of yourself, will you?
This one is next. Let's see how this goes.
Hi, Raphael. Lovely weather today, isn't it?
Sure is. Staring up at the sky on a clear day always reminds me of my hometown.
What was it like there?
Let's see. Well, it's a real calm and peaceful place. Big, clear skies, too. Just like this. It's full of friendly people and delicious food. Talking about it makes me want to go back.
Yeah, it's a shame we're stuck fighting in this war.
Right? I wonder what my little sis is up to. She's probably grown so much by now. I haven't seen her since I came back to Garrick Mach. She probably wouldn't even recognize me anymore.
I'll bet she would. How could she possibly forget such a such a terrific big brother? There's no way.
You really think so? That's a relief. All this relief's making me hungry. Want to head to the dining hall?
Oh, actually, we can eat here. I cooked something up for us today.
Oh, yeah? I won't say no to that.
I heard you really like meat, so, here you go. It's my first time cooking something like this. I can at least guarantee it isn't poisoned.
Meat? That's my favorite! I'd probably eat it even if it was poisoned.
Is it, good?
That was amazing!
Really? You like it?
So tender, so juicy, so full of flavor. It was practically falling off the bone. The flavor was so rich and sweet. Wait. How can meat be sweet?
Is sweet bad? I thought it was pretty tasty myself.
No. It was delicious. I couldn't believe it. I'd eat more fruits and vegetables if they were this good. If all food tasted like this, I just don't know what I'd do with myself.
Well, if you like it, I wouldn't mind, making more. Whenever you want, really.
Really? That would be great. We gotta get this war over with so you can have more time to cook.
You know, I'd actually like that.
Okay, yep, that's all we can do now. It's over here. Wow, 19 minutes wasted. Alright. Yeah, we have just this one left, so might as well do it. Okay, it's turning on more legend. We have 1 seconds cloud image that across territory Margrave and meant this to destroying region. Alright, the desert yet again. Yet again. This is gonna take forever if I decide to not use any majors or flyers. Oh, this is interesting.
Very interesting.
That's what I just said. What are you reading?
Oh, Teach. How long have you been there? Don't sneak up on me like that. You almost gave me a heart attack. Anyway, I'm reading the official biography of the Four Saints, as sanctioned by the Church. I know you're not very familiar with the teachings of Saros, but even you must have read it at least once.
Maybe.
Huh. I'm amazed you managed to get a job teaching at an academy run by the Church.
I mean, I blame Eloise for that.
Well, whether you've read the biography or not, the Four Saints must at least ring a bell, right? Well then, I've got a little quiz for you. Name the Four Saints, companions of the great Saint Saros. I'll give you a hint. There was Keyhole, Sethleen, Indek, and... who was the fourth one again?
That one.
Correct. I was hoping you'd know that much at least. In any case, you can learn some interesting things reading about the life and times of Saint Macuil. For instance,
Does she say that?
he was
Okay.
more skilled with his hands than his fellow saints. He even became an accomplished blacksmith. He used his skills to forge countless sacred weapons for the army of Saros. Of course, he didn't just forge the weapons, he also used them in battle himself. Legends say his strength was second only to Saros. It's even said that he played a big role in the Battle of Tailtean, where Saros fought Nemesis, the King of Liberation who became the King of Evil. Macuil lost his life in that battle, and now his body rests in a coffin within the Holy Mausoleum. Or so one story goes. Another legend says he set off on a journey to find a new land, that he left Fodlan from the east, crossed the sea, and vanished. He must have left Alliance territory, but where exactly would he have set sail from, I wonder? Thinking about it reminds me of another interesting story concerning the Srang region. The peninsula is attached to the mainland of Fodlan and extends from the northeastern part of Kingdom territory. If you were to set sail from Margrave Edmund's territory, you could cut across a stretch of sea and land there. And it just so happens that in the Srang region, there are ruins built to worship a sacred beast that appeared from across the sea. If the ruins have something to do with Saint Macuil, there could be sacred weapons there. So, have I piqued your interest, or what?
Maybe a little.
You always have to play it cool, don't you? Just think of how useful it would be to have weapons like that.
I'm gonna got plenty.
Not to mention that the peninsula would be pretty easy to get to about now, seeing as how Alliance territory has settled down a bit. We'd be there and back in no time. No one would even notice we were gone. Come on, Teach. Let's go to the Srang region.
Let's go.
I always see it through once I set my mind on something. Let's make the necessary preparations before I die of curiosity.
Okay, then. Right, if I decide to do any of these battles, I might focus on, one, making sure I could, like, build supports among my other people in the army, and try to at least get all that I can. I mean, for Claude, it's gonna be hard if I particularly just make him a flyer or something. Still, if I could have made her. Ooh, ooh. Okay, so what do we have here? Yeah, we have like a lot of. Wait, what? Oh, never mind. A lot of famous soldiers. Looks like flyers, mages. We got some archers. I mean, snipers. We have some. Oh, what the? Wait, what? Oh, we have these here. Oh, we have these here. Okay, that's interesting to note. Here's one here. Here's a elixir. We have a lot. Okay, then. Ooh, some lag. Okay. All right, I need some time to organize what team I'm going to use. So I'll be back. I think everyone is fine here. Yep, should be. Let's go.
There are the ruins. It looks like we're not going to have the luxury of an excavation. Look, I bet those are the watchmen of the ruins, and that they've been ordered to keep out intruders. And that big beast? I hear they call it the Wind Caller.
Only by defeating me can you claim the secret treasure.
Guy, it speaks! What is it?
Huh? Who are you? I'm just here for a bit of treasure. Don't attack me.
Someone got here first. Must be a band of looters. We can't let them get the treasure. Guess their luck's about to run out.
Alright, so...
Leave it to me.
Okay, there you go. Alright, the smart move would be to give everyone a gambit. But, like, the set down here anyway. Yeah, why not? Get that.
Thank you.
Get that.
Thank you.
Alright.
You're not trying to take this treasure from me, are you?
If I don't get this treasure back, the boss is gonna be really angry with me.
Huh? Are you looting too? Well, I'm not letting you have this treasure.
You're gonna die!
Wow. Wow. That just had to happen, didn't it? That just had to happen. Alright, oh well. Okay.
After all the trouble we went through to get this treasure, I'm not gonna let you get your hands on it.
The treasure. I thought it would make me rich.
Oh, now they're gonna go after this guy. Okay. Okay. Can I actually get to him? Oh no, what is your thing? Yeah, it's like that. Gotcha. Pretty sure I just go here. No. So let's do this. Please it. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Don't be like that.
There's more to be done.
Have a taste of my power.
Wow. We doing these minutes, oh well. Alright, never mind, that works.
Sorry, it's gotta be
That
like
works. That works. Ooh, yeah, that's what I want. Oh, okay.
Let's
Just
try
sure.
this!
Alright, so let's do this.
All is going to plan.
How about you talking?
Your companions.
They are indeed. I should tell you that Seros is in a precarious state right now.
I will not assist you. I will depart from the world of man, which disgusts me so. This war disgusts me also.
I thought you might say as much. That is regrettable.
Oh, was Critus 5? I just noticed that Critus 5. Ugh, that is disgusting.
This'll take some strategy.
What conditions defeats commander? And again, the commander happens to be him. 10 critics, so right. Flame Blows, Dying Blow, Miracle, and Desperation. Right. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Smart thing to do here, right here, I guess.
I smell those detestable 10 elites. Who are you?
I'm the grandson of the grandson of the grandson of the elite Regan. Now tell me who you are.
White Club.
If you carry the blood of the 10 elites, you cannot be permitted to live.
Oh, that's great.
What do you mean by that? And what's that crest on your forehead?
That is great.
No more talk. If you wish to survive, you must destroy me.
That is that's so great. Hey,
Some
doing
things
fine,
you can't
sweet.
learn in a book.
I'll take that. Yeah, alright. Basically, all this armor has been destroyed. Do I have another one? No, I don't. Oh, man. Oh, well. Alright, smart move here would be to gotta get there then. There. Actually, I messed up a bit. Let's see.
I'm your girl.
Yeah, this one should be enough.
Can't afford to lose.
Those thieves!
Pure water, okay.
Onward.
Yeah, why not? Look at that.
I'll do my best. Shall we?
Guide me well. Let us support you. Commence! Had I room to grow? What's my strategy?
Those who stand before me, how long has it been? Hundreds of years, thousands. You have the stink of Sophis upon you. Let us find out whether you share power.
At your service.
No.
Let's make this quick.
Let's play over here. And... Nope, not already used up. Oh well, whatever.
Leave it to me. No chance.
Wow. Let's go.
You have had your fun. If you are going to flee, now is your chance. If you are not going to flee, I shall take your life as payment.
Ooh, ooh. That's bad right there. Okay, good. Alright, fun here.
Sorry, it's gotta be like
Matter.
It's over.
Okay. I didn't expect a crit, but I'll take it.
I'll use this power for the greater good.
It stopped moving. Is it dead? No. It seems it's just sleeping. I thought we were supposed to be given the treasure, but... forget it. I'll just have a look around there. What about this thing? Huh. I'll think about it later.
7 turns. Ugh. Alright, me. That works. Get some more renown, because I need that. Oh, it took so long.
Thanks for all your hard work, Teach. Sorry for dragging you along with me. I had no idea it would turn into a fight. But hey, at least we got some treasure out of it. I'll leave this in your capable hands. Do with it as you will.
Why me?
You know our friends even better than I do. Give it to whoever you think it'll suit best. More importantly, I didn't go there looking for treasure. Not really. Legends about the saints abound. It's hard to tell fact from fiction. I like to confirm whatever I can with my own eyes to find the truth in those legends.
What'd you find out?
Not a thing. We didn't find anything concrete to prove that St. Macuil had been there.
I mean, did it have that crest stone?
We can't say for certain that the treasure we found was Macuil's either. I do wish we could have spoken to that wind caller a bit more.
Could have been St. Macuil. Maybe.
Unlikely. Macuil lived thousands of years ago, and I've never heard anything about the saints being monsters like that. Wait a minute. Could the wind caller have anything to do with the Immaculate One? The Immaculate One is a monster sent by the goddess. Could the wind caller be... Where was it that I heard that stuff about them having been sent by the goddess? Maybe I'm too tired. My head is heavy. I can't think straight anymore. Let's call it a day for now. I've got plenty of time to think this over.
Oh, Sword of Bagalta. That's all paralogs. Chris Regan restores HP return. Effect increase with crest. We can hit Eric on it, but it has 100 hit. And skewer. Alright. That. And your combat art was War Master Strike. Yeah, here. Effect against all enemies. Oh, it's really good right there. Effect against all enemies. That's really good right there. Okay. I don't need that, but I'll take Healing Focus, because why not? I don't think anybody learned anything new. But you did learn Recover, and that's good for you. That's good enough for you. So I'll keep with the reason and riding with you. Ignat's just got a plus in reason. Yeah, focus on that. Right. Oh, we got a lot of supports to go through. Alright. Ah, come on. Why is it always with Flame?
Hey, Claude. I think I've worked out what your lyrics mean. Care to hear me out?
Huh? Sure. So, you managed to work through the labyrinth of my melodic poetry then?
I did! You were writing about yourself, right? About how you just keep moving forward no matter what difficulties you encounter? We've got this, we did it, now let's eat. That kind of thing. Am I right?
Hey, that's pretty close for being completely wrong. It's actually not about me. It's about you, Annette. It's a song about your single-minded march through life.
It's about me?
Of course. You know, about how you mess up and make a big fuss about stuff sometimes, but you're always looking ahead and striving. I just wanted to capture your pleasant, fidgety, fussy nature in a song.
Oh, I see. I'm flattered. I think... Actually, I can't really tell if you're saying something nice or not.
Of course I'm saying something nice. I'm so happy I get to be friends with someone like you. Everyone's really uplifted by your cheerful attitude, your refusal to give up, and that boisterous nature of yours.
Boisterous! That's definitely not a compliment. Still, thank you, Claude. I'm really pleased that you thought so hard about me and wrote a neat song like that. You know, what this song really needs is a nice little dance to go with it.
I couldn't agree more. And once you've finished, you should perform it for everyone. You're a fine dancer after all.
Nope, not happening. I'm afraid my dances are not for public consumption. It will have to suffice that I let you see it.
You drive a hard bargain. And if this performance is just for me, maybe I can coax you into letting me hear some of your other songs?
I suppose there are a few others I could maybe share. Like my bear song, or my dungeon song. Ooh, or the Waltz of the Swamp Beasties.
I have never been more on board with anything in my entire life.
Oh, they're all just silly songs. I don't know that they're anything worth being excited about.
I'll be the judge of that, and I can tell just by their descriptions that I'm right to be excited.
Well, I guess I have no choice. I'm making an exception just for you, Claude.
I'm honored to be the exception, as well as your #1 fan.
Alright, the last one is left to Flame. Oh, got with Mercedes and Leone. Let's get this done.
Mercedes, I have heard that you are the daughter of imperial nobility. Is that the case?
Why do I keep saying that?
It is.
And you have a crest as well. Is that not so?
Again, it is.
Why did you not tell me? I was under the impression you were a commoner.
I didn't mean to hide it from you, but you never asked. Besides, I am considered common now. I don't care to flaunt my noble past or my crest. I have no desire to return to that status.
Then, if I may speak hypothetically a moment, does that mean that if a nobleman were to offer you his hand in marriage, you would decline?
Not at all. That's a separate matter entirely. Even if I were to fall in love, regardless of their social status, I'm not looking to marry right now.
What a relief. Forgive my rudeness. I am merely envious of your flexible outlook. It is a posture that I might very well adopt. Not to say that I hang upon your every word, of course.
You mean in terms of love and marriage?
Precisely. Status should be no impediment to love.
But if you marry a woman who isn't a noble, then haven't you neglected your duty?
Not exactly, no. What I said was that my marriage must benefit House Gloucester. So long as that holds true, the bloodline of my partner is actually irrelevant. For instance, if she bore a crest and was at one time considered noble...
Well, now that doesn't sound flexible at all. How can you know if someone will benefit your family? Would you investigate her before allowing yourself feelings? That doesn't sound very noble of you.
That is not what I...
I'm sorry, Lawrence. I was only teasing. I'm sure your lack of tact is what women find so irresistible.
Come again?
Oh, nothing at all. I hope you do your family proud and fulfill your duty.
Yes, I most certainly will.
Okay, next one is Lysithea.
Lysithea? It's no good for you to expose yourself to such strong sunlight, and a chill could steal upon you at any moment. You really ought to have worn a mantle. You have been running yourself absolutely ragged. Would you please consider taking some rest?
Enough is enough. I am fully aware. Now, stop following me.
I'm only concerned for your health.
That's great and all, but I feel fine today. And I'm perfectly capable of caring for myself. I don't have time to take a rest. I'm overloaded with work, and I have less time than everyone else. I just want to do my own thing. Bring order to the Alliance, and put my parents' minds at ease.
No need to rush. How can you be so certain your lifespan is shortened anyway? I do not know who decided that, but consider me skeptical. If you are healthy now, and if you take proper care of yourself, you ought to live just as long as anyone else.
That's all well and good, but those vitamin-packed sweets you brought tasted weird.
If you want a healthy body, then you need to start with what you eat.
You have a point, but those health sweets are gross.
I sent for the finest in wholesome, healthy treats for you. I asked only for the very sweetest.
That was pretty nice of you. I'm sorry, Lawrence. Thank you for being so thoughtful. Still, I don't need bushels and bushels of them. Gaining a ton of weight won't exactly lengthen my lifespan either. I mean, I like to be able to hang out with you as much as possible. And for as long as possible.
Truly? Oh, I'm so glad. I feel the same. Even in an otherwise perfect future, I still cannot see a happy life for myself without you in it. In fact, the more time we spend together, the more essential to me you become. So let us walk, side by side, toward a future together.
Yikes! Keep it down, will you?
Why are you flustered? What is there to be embarrassed about? You know I will always care for you.
Okay, noted. Will you just calm down already?
You need not worry about a thing. I will look after you no matter what may come. After all, the future of Fodlan rests upon my shoulders, does it not?
I won't give up on myself either. Thanks for caring, Lawrence.
This one?
Eating? In the dining hall. You?
What do you mean? The dining hall's where I do most of my...
What's that tone?
If only the old version of you could hear you say that. It seems to me you've taken more
Actually,
care
never
with
mind.
your appearance of late, too. For once, you aren't covered in gravy and oil from head to toe. I'm impressed.
Of course not, Ingrid. A proper night has to be neat and tidy.
All right, what have you done with Raphael?
It's all thanks to you. You said I had to clean up if I wanted to be a knight. so I started being more careful. Do you think I have what it takes now?
You've certainly become more knightly than before. But there's plenty yet to do to become a proper knight. It's not as simple as eating where you're meant to and not being covered in gravy.
Maybe I'd have a better chance if I just married you.
What?
What does that have to do with anything?
You're real cultured, that's all. You already taught me to be neat and tidy. I figured you could teach me a lot more about being a proper knight if I always had you around.
That would be quite the undertaking for me. Listen, Raphael, that's sweet of you. However, as I've said before, I've no intention to marry. Let's cast aside this talk of marriage, and instead embolden one another to be the best knights we can be.
You're right. Probably a better idea to just embolden each other instead. As long as I still get your help with becoming a proper knight.
While you're working to be more proper, I'll be working to strengthen myself, that I might become a greater knight than you.
Huh. I don't know about that. I'm pretty tough. But I guess if anyone could beat me, it'd probably be you, Ingrid. Guaranteed.
Thank you, Raphael. That means a lot to me.
It's only a scratch, Leone. I'm all right.
One mistake like that in battle and you're done. This is your weapon hand, isn't it? Let me stop the blood.
Apologies for the trouble.
No trouble. And no apologies. Thanks is what you say when a friend helps you out. Darn.
What's wrong?
I need a bandage to stop the bleeding, but this is all I've got.
My handkerchief.
I was only carrying it around to give back to you anyway. Mind if I use it for this?
Very well. I suppose that's fitting in a way.
I guess so. Not that I'm happy you're bleeding. I'm glad you'll accept it, though. In the past, you might have refused it.
Yes. I might have made it an issue of commoners giving aid to the nobility or some such.
I didn't understand why you were so strict about it, but I think I kind of get it now. You know, if every noble were like you, the world would be a better place.
Perhaps, but you were right. Many great deeds are accomplished by friends working together, especially when those friends are as capable as you.
Me?
I hope this is not the first time I have told you this, Leone, but you are an exceptional individual. By insisting on matters of status in dealing with you, I have done you a terrible disservice. For that, please accept my apology. Let us promise to look out for one another as friends from now on.
No need for vows. That's how I've always seen it. You weren't wrong about nobles and commoners each having their own roles. But the important thing is we help each other.
That is precisely what being friends with you has helped me to understand. In fact, I've begun somewhat to think of you as rather something more.
Huh? Sorry, what did you say?
I said, I hope we'll always give each other support.
You're next.
Are you praying, Ignatz? Are you concerned about something?
A little. I'm coming to accept that I will never be an artist. I'm self-taught, so my style and technique are probably all wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. Besides, how could I persuade my father? I can't even imagine his reaction. He'd disown me.
It takes courage to stray from the path that has been set out for you. It's never easy. I've been carrying out my adoptive father's wishes up until this point, but...
But?
It's never a bad thing to have dreams. That's how I feel, at least. I can't imagine a life in which I'd given up on my dreams. How could anyone find happiness in that? Even with your father's demands, you can still work toward one small dream at a time.
You know, I suppose you're right. My dream of being an artist gives me the energy to go on. You're really wise, Mercedes.
Oh, goodness. That's not how most people would describe me. I just don't want you to give up on your art. Besides, I genuinely do want to see your painting of the goddess.
Really? I'm pleased to hear you say so. You said you're in the same position as I am. What did you mean by that?
My future has been decided for me as well. I'm to be married off to a nobleman.
What?
Is it really that surprising? I think many young women face the same fate.
So, will you get married?
I suppose I haven't given it much thought. Whatever may happen, I'm sure everything will work out in the end if I don't give up on my dreams.
Everything will work out in the end. Mercedes, you're amazing. I think that whatever you do, wherever you go, you'll help a lot of people. You're so kind. I know you can... Oh.
What's wrong, Ignatz? You have a strange look on your face.
For my whole life, I've wanted to paint the goddess, but I never could. Whatever shape I gave her, she never seemed quite right. But it's just come to me.
It's wonderful how inspiration can strike so suddenly. Quick, paint before you lose it.
I will. Will you help me?
I'd be happy to help, but I'm not sure what I can do.
Don't you see? The goddess I imagined and tried to paint so many times. She's you. I have to get my supplies. Stay right there.
Wow. To say such a thing directly before the altar. That must be some kind of sin. I'll say an extra prayer for him.
Alright, Ferdinand. I don't care about that anytime soon, but whatever. I might as well get it done.
Excuse me, Shamir?
If I can.
What is it? Do you need something?
Yes. I was curious about the world beyond Fodlan.
Oh.
You came from somewhere outside Fodlan. I'm curious about your homeland. What kind of place it was. And I thought you might...
I will not.
Sorry?
There's no point in me telling you about it.
I see. All right, then.
Wait. You misunderstand. Hearing me tell stories about the things I've seen, what good is that? That's just my experience. If you want to know about the world, you need to experience it for yourself. Is what I meant to say.
Oh, that's what it was. That's good.
How so?
I thought maybe you didn't like me.
Is that what you think? In your experience, do I seem to dislike you? If you can't determine something as simple as that, then you would gain nothing from the outside world.
Oh, I don't actually know. I'm not very good at reading people, I guess.
Ask me. I'm right here.
I'm not that brave. I'm sorry. I'll leave you alone. I'll be going now.
Not brave enough to ask a simple question. Or does he just not care?
Be you next.
Are you enjoying this lovely day, Dorte? Everyone seems to be in such good spirits.
Marianne, do you have a moment?
Oh, Ferdinand. What do you need?
I have been thinking about what you said.
I didn't mean to upset you. You should just ignore me and...
You misunderstand. It is not that you upset me. Honestly, you mystify me. You are a noble, and yet you do not wish to be one. Is that not so? I did not expect to hear that from the daughter of Margrave Edmund.
But I'm not actually his daughter. He's a distant relative. We share very little of the same blood.
But still, you come from a noble lineage, do you not?
Oh, no. I'm just a minor noble from the countryside.
Minor though it may be, you were born into a noble family, which means you are a noble too. We did not choose to become nobles. We were born into the nobility.
I understand, but that's why I said I don't care to be responsible. I had no say in the matter.
Marianne,
My parents and I have suffered because of this bloodline and crest. Even so, I am prepared to do what I must, as the daughter of a noble family. But to be told that's still not enough, I just...
I see. I will not pretend to understand. But you should try to calm down a bit. Certainly things did not turn out the way you had hoped. But the conditions are such that...
The conditions? Those will never change. There's nothing to do but give up. Please just leave. Ignore me.
There will be no convincing you. Very well. I will go.
Oh, Goddess. Why did you curse me with such suffering? Shamir, can I be having your time? There is a thought that is giving me great concern.
Let's hear it, Petra.
If Dagda is ever invading Fodlan again, what will you be doing?
I'd join the army of Dagda. I'd lay waste to Fodlan and return to my homeland.
If that is the truth, then I am having one more question for you. If that was happening, and all of us were fighting for Fodlan, would you be fighting us too?
Of course. You expect me to die for you? You should be prepared to do the same. Your homeland would likely join Dagda.
So, that is your truth?
Maybe. If you'd asked me 5 years ago. I've been a mercenary since childhood. Always fighting for a bounty. If my allies didn't pay, I'd side with the enemy. It's why I became a sniper. Easier to dispose of anyone with a reward on their head. It's also why I joined the Knights of Seros. I owed them a debt, but that's all changed.
You are not fighting for money now?
That's right. When I see everyone fighting for Fodlan, I feel inclined to help. I won't die for the cause, but I will protect everyone. If the army of Dagda engaged you, I'd fight at your side.
Hearing that is it gives me great joy. Until the war is finished, let us fight together.
Oh, YouTube. Alright, never mind.
Hello, Hilda.
Oh, Sedith, good day.
Is it?
Did I do something wrong?
Not to my knowledge. But I cannot help but notice that you no longer shy away when I speak to you.
You noticed that, huh? When you stare at me, I feel like you're peering into my soul.
And that no longer bothers you? Does that mean your conscience is finally clear?
Nah, I got used to it. I know you're not scary.
That's unfortunate. You really should do something to correct your lazy behavior.
Maybe that's true. I wouldn't want to be like the fox, forced to wander in the snow all winter.
I'm pleased to see you grasp the moral of the story.
Don't you think the squirrel was a little cold-hearted, though? He seemed not to care about what happens to his friend, as long as he himself is happy.
You know, that is a valid point. I have no wish to encourage that attitude in children. Perhaps if the fox only survives thanks to the squirrel kindly sharing some of his acorns. How does that sound to you?
I like it okay. I'm sure that kids will admire that nice, compassionate squirrel.
Thank you for your insight. As it happens, I have some other stories that I wrote for Flame. Would you like to hear them?
You should make a book out of them. It's a shame that only Flame and I get to enjoy them.
What a fine idea. I will begin immediately, though I feel such a book requires illustrations, and I have no artistic talent. Would you lend me a hand?
I think Ignatz might be a better choice, but I can probably manage. Not like they need to be terribly fancy.
I could use some more of your wisdom with regard to the content of the stories also.
That sounds like a pain, but I'm invested in this now. Let's do it!
Excellent! That's wonderful to hear. Let us produce the very best book we can, for the children's sake.
You look so excited. I can't help but lend a hand.
Okay, and you two. I just started this one up, and it's gonna take forever.
Oh, Mercedes. This is unexpected.
Ferdinand, leave. I don't like
Hello,
you.
Ferdinand. Did you come to pray?
I did. I quite like the atmosphere in the cathedral. It is holy and solemn. Perfectly suited to a noble, wouldn't you say?
I guess so.
You guess so? I think the matter is rather clear-cut. It is incumbent upon nobles that we pray regularly to the goddess. The piety of the nobles is a model for commoners. It teaches them the value of devotion.
Absolutely. I know exactly what you mean. I couldn't agree more.
These days, many nobles scarcely, if ever, pray. Look around. You and I are alone in this cathedral. It is really quite a shame.
Well, I don't really know that I count as a noble anyway.
I am afraid the nobility seems to be losing its way. When you pray, you are usually alone, right?
Yes, you're right. I usually am.
Precisely. Where are the others? Of course you cannot force people to worship. That is out of the question. Nobles must determine for themselves what they will believe and how they will pray. A religion foisted on you without your say is not much of a religion at all. Do you not agree?
Yes, I definitely agree. Definitely agree.
On the other hand, we cannot stand idly by while...
It was great talking to you, but I'm getting pretty sleepy. I'm gonna head off to bed. Good night.
All in all, one has to conclude. Mercedes, where did she go? I must have inspired her to go out and revive the faith. Perhaps I should do the same. I cannot let her show me up.
I mean, just one way to put it. Okay. Whew. Yep. That took a while anyway, so... Let's explore. Alright, I'm gonna try to fit all this into one episode. What do we have? That, yeah, of course, it's always like that. Oh well. Whatever. It's not like it's old and it's not like it's anything new. We're just desperate for supplies. I could... Nah. I'm curious about my support. Not you. Not you. Aren't you... Let's see.
What about...
Stuck to you.
I thought that after the Empire fell, the Boar might finally be avenged. But something dark is certainly lurking in the shadows. An organization behind the Empire. We'll have to take care of them if the Boar... if Dimitri is to rest in peace.
This war might be over, but not war in general. Human beings thrive on conflict. We can't get enough of it. I don't know when. But you know someday another war will begin.
Even so...
That's the way it is, right? War may always come back. But so will peace. And peace is what we fight for.
Oh, it's a sword tournament. You can handle this, Felix. Yeah. Alright, so... Let's see. Oh, Kefren can, but Felix is probably the best choice because he has S rank in swords. Alright, it's gonna take some time, isn't it? Oh well.
You haven't earned...
Are you kidding me? Wow, I'm getting to buy this Swordmaster, come on.
Alright, next. It was meant to be.
Okay, next is the Falcon Knight. You know what? Heal or not? Oh boy.
Alright,
There you go.
next.
That works. Huh. Guess I'm faster than a Falcon Knight. Okay.
It was meant to be.
Sounds like that. Hey, Master Seal. Actually, I want to try to get more of this thing. More Master Seals. Let's talk to you then.
These are Monica's people, aren't they? The ones who killed Captain Gerald. Then this is my real opportunity for revenge. There's no way I can back down from this one.
You're not scared?
No, I'm okay. Actually, I'm eager to get out there and fight. This is what I've been training for.
I'm curious. Let me check my weapon skill levels. Right, I am trying to focus on flying and becoming a Wyvern Lord. Right. Boy, this is gonna take a while, isn't it? No, there's nothing here. I mean, I'm gonna say there's nothing here anyway, because that's how it always has been. But hey, maybe let's get something new here. Hi, Dorothea.
Think of it.
So, the moment we defeat 80, the nobles cozy up to the Alliance and Church.
Yep.
That lot really does think only of themselves and no one else. But then there's Count Burgles. He used to be Minister of Military Affairs. He sacrificed his own life so that all the soldiers and officers who fought could be given quarter. When I heard that, I don't know, that simple act of humanity, I couldn't help it. I burst into tears. You know Count Burgles is Caspar's father, right? I can't even imagine how Caspar must feel about it.
Ooh. Ooh. Poor cat.
Hello there.
So I'm gonna say no, because there's usually nothing here. But someone is always in their room, so let's go to him. Oh. Airform, I'll take that. You.
With Edelgard gone, maybe Fodlan will finally find some peace. That's all well and good, but, she was also the one to put my father under house arrest. So now he's been released, and he's taken charge of House Varley. I can't handle it. I can't deal with him. Please, you have to do something.
Really solid.
Thank you so much.
Yep, you do like that. You know what? That's fair. Fair. He's a jerk.
Yes, sir. Finally, that awful war is over. Everyone lost something. and everyone had to make sacrifices. But maybe we can put a stop to all of this pain and loss now. Let's hurry to Shambhala, Professor. We have to defeat them if we ever want to see a world without war.
Really?
Nothing there. Let's go in here then. I mean, there's bound to be flowers. Harvest. Yeah, I'll take that. Alright, doesn't matter what I planted. Actually, I just want more fruit. Definitely for it, why not? Is there one upstairs? Yeah, there's someone up there. Okay, and you.
Is it really prudent to bring Lady Rhea on our upcoming expedition? It would be best not to have her doing anything strenuous, considering how long she was confined.
It's their decision ultimately.
There are still many in Fodlan who are seeking Lady Rhea's salvation. For their sake, we cannot put her in harm's way.
Yep, actually.
For their...
You know what? No. No. Wrong person. Wrong person.
Shambhala, it was called, right? Scary that it's so close to the House Gonrel territories. Who'd have thought all those creeps were living right under my nose? I was hoping my big brother would help us in this next battle, but he says that I can represent House Gonrel without his help, that I have it in me. I'm glad he recognizes that I have some ability. Still, I wish he wasn't leaving it all to me.
Hold on.
But I'm glad. Excuse me. Could you do me a favor?
Okay. Let's look at that.
I'm glad.
Come on. Yes.
Thanks so much. You're a sweetheart.
Let's go over here. Okay. There you go. What do we have here? None. Alright. Right, I forgot to feed about feeding the animals.
I thought that taking the Empire's capital would bring an end to this war. How naive of me. I'll have to write to my family and tell them I'll be gone a while longer.
Anna, you like saying the same things over and over again. Just a reason for me to hang out with you anyway, is there? Okay, now we're... Let me check something real quick. Check my roster. Actually, you know what? I might as well get some stuff while I'm here.
Hello there.
Like,
Return soon, please.
Cabbage, carrot.
Hey, welcome. You have a good pleasure. Come again.
Hello.
You do not. Okay, you don't. Alright, never mind. Alright.
Will
Let's get this.
It's all tell your friends.
Let's get that. Some of that. Okay. And you.
There, I hope things. Welcome.
I'm pretty sure I have two of these here.
Thanks a bunch.
Definitely more. I don't know if I do. I don't think I do. Alright. Spot for a convoy.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back soon.
There you go. And
Professor.
Right. Right, since I'm here, might as well get some.
Hello there.
Yeah, so
This one, yes? This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
Let's get that. So for next time. Okay, then. Right there. His birthday's on 24th Claude's. And that's it. Alright.
Oh. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. I can hardly believe you managed to handle the capital city like that. Everyone did sterling work. I really thought we'd know peace after that battle. But we're not quite there yet, huh?
Yep. Okay, let's go over here then. Oh, hey Marianne, how's it going?
I thought the war would end with Edelgard's defeat, but that wasn't the case. This may be premature, but I'm feeling a little relieved. I have to consider what I'll do with myself, and where I'll go when this war is finally over. I don't have an answer yet. Let's make sure the next battle puts an end to this war. That way, we can all move forward.
Alright, forgot about that. Alright. Might as well give something to you. Take that. Take it.
You've done it. You did it. You crushed the Empire and rescued Lady Rhea. I'm sure the Captain is proud of you right now. As am I, of course. I'm as proud as if I'd done it myself.
So let's celebrate just yet.
Sorry, I didn't mean to overdo it. We still have to deal with Monica's group. Those who killed the Captain. We'll knock them down so hard that they can't get back up.
Ah, come on, really? Oh well. I'll try to get a rank at that.
Professor?
Oh, what the? Okay.
You did it. I never thought I'd live to see the day that the Empire was conquered.
What's going on?
I thought that would put an end to the war. But I hear there are still hostile forces to contend with. I hope you'll be able to put an end to this conflict and found a new Fodlan in which the free market can thrive.
Yep.
Count Burgles, the Minister of Military Affairs, was applying pressure in the west, but he surrendered after the Empire fell. Cornelia of the Fargus Dukedom seems to have disappeared from the palace, and rather swiftly. He must have realized that the revival of the Old Kingdom was a real threat.
A mysterious power threatening the very future of Fodlan? Certainly we cannot give it leeway. In comparison to this, the internal power struggles in the Alliance are utterly trivial.
Aren't you frightened?
Fear will serve no purpose here. The only path to survival now is victory.
You did like that?
Perhaps I will have the opportunity to strike the decisive blow on the enemy commander. Well, that would secure my place in history for certain.
You know, that'd be funny if it did. No, that's fine.
Wow.
We won against the Imperial Army. I still can't believe it, but I guess we still have some enemies left. I'm not well informed, but I have plenty of fighting spirit.
We crushed the Empire at long last.
You?
But there's no time to bask in our victory. We must prepare for the coming battle. We knew there was a secret group behind the Imperial Army all this time. Now we have a chance to make the first move against them. We have Hubert to thank for that. It's also thanks to him that we were able to rescue Rhea. I still have plenty of questions I'd like to ask her.
Are you gonna say we should let her rest?
Sadly,
Yeah.
I agree. After we return from the next battle, we'll ask her all of our burning questions. Rhea's the only one who gets a break, though. Everyone else had better start preparing for battle.
Yeah, she'll take a month. She'll take a rest for 1 month, and specifically this month only. All right. Hey, Raphael, how's it going?
Professor! Wake up, eat, train, eat, sleep. We gotta prepare for the assault, but that hasn't changed my routine.
He's doing plenty.
All that training and eating I do is for the sake of Fodlan. Gotta
Or
stay
eating.
strong and fed to keep it safe.
Not the training and eating. Right, let's get that. And since we're here, might as well use this thing to our advantage then. Alright, well, might as well focus on this one, because they're probably close anyway.
It's, really tasty.
Yeah. Please, help yourself.
Alright. Yep, I did get it. Sweet. Sweet. That makes sense. Should I actually feed those before finishing off the episode? I think I might do that.
So Lady Rhea was all right after all. Well done bringing her back safely. Finally, us true believers may breathe easy again. Simply magnificent. You're saying the fight isn't over yet?
It's like, oh no. Judith!
The folks we're fighting next aren't normal humans, are they? It's that group who caused the Javelin of Light to fall, right? It just doesn't seem like something a human is capable of. I'm not prone to flinching, but I don't feel great about any of this.
A mysterious organization, slithering in the dark of Fodlan, like something out of a midnight tale. It appears these fiends have infiltrated the deepest corners of the Empire. After the fall of Enbar, they've remained well concealed. That said, I would keep an eye on Edelgard's uncle, Lord Arundel. Something about him sits ill with me.
Hey!
Okay then, now let's go over here.
Why?
Oh.
Dedu saw to it that Edelgard was destroyed before he departed.
Right.
His expression once his mission was over was a bit lonely. I don't know where he went off to after that. Maybe he returned home to Dusker.
Alright.
The thing is, we finally got Lady Rhea back from the Empire and fulfilled our mission. I wish we could afford for her to have a good long rest, but that just isn't possible.
Oh, I heard that Lady Rhea's back. But why hasn't she shown herself to everyone yet? Oh, she's convalescing. Fair enough. She was in captivity for a long time. I pray that she feels better soon.
Anyway, we've all heard the legend of Nemesis, the King of Liberation. But now Lady Rhea is saying Nemesis was just some kind of thief. Those two descriptions are totally at odds. Which version's correct? I don't know what to think, but I guess that's the nature of history. I wonder what the generations that come after us will say about the battle we're about to fight.
What they'll save? Just in case something happens. Because I'm kind of paranoid. And, right, let's go here. I have no idea how long this episode is going to be. I have no idea how long. Come on. Let me through, please. Let me through. There you go. What's over here? Lenhart, right.
As history proves, everything comes to an end eventually.
You do like hanging out here, don't
I
you?
knew that all along, but it still came as a surprise. Those who slither in the dark. It's all so fascinating and strange. They must certainly have a long history of their own. And when they fall, that will come quickly too. Don't you think? That almost sounded like a prophecy there. Am I spooking you yet?
Dude, chill. Go here.
Professor!
Yeah, of course there's nothing in there. Oh well. I was hoping for it. Something at least. At least. Okay. Okay, now let's go over here then.
Need something?
Do I have oh, I don't have enough for both of these. Pretty sure this is gonna be 2,500 also.
See you again soon.
So I need 5,000. Right. Oh well, I don't have enough anyway.
What? He's dead. My father's dead. I'm okay though. Really. I was ready for it. He was a general in the Imperial Army after all. Minister of Military Affairs. He gave his own life so the Empire soldiers wouldn't have to lose theirs. That's a fight that only he could take on. He was such a tough guy. This whole time, I fought side by side with you and Claude. But did I ever get any stronger? Will I ever be as strong as my father?
Right, I do have all that junk.
Lady Rhea still seems weak, but at least she's safe now. I'm praying that she'll be well as soon as possible. Goddess, I beg you, protect Lady Rhea.
Let's go. Alright, don't have any time. Oh well.
We have succeeded in rescuing Lady Rhea, but Seteth's countenance remains clouded. When will peaceful days return to this monastery? At That time feels so distant.
Okay, next let's go here then.
Professor.
Hi.
Those who slither in the dark, it seems will finally discover their true form. I get the sense that they're in league with the mages who experimented on me as a child. I wouldn't be surprised if Edelgard was subjected to them too.
You know, now I think about it, that might have been the case.
There's no telling what their true motives are.
After all, she has 2 crests.
But whatever their motives, what they have done is unforgivable. They must be exterminated.
Okay, alright, let's go here.
Listen, the history of the Empire spans 1,185 years. And just like that, it ends. But the Hresfelg legacy could live on. When Edelgard assumed power, there were no other rightful heirs. She said that whoever takes the throne next should do so by virtue of merit, not blood. And she truly meant what she said. At any rate, I feel that a huge hole has opened up in my heart. Who knows if it can ever be filled?
Hi
Our
guys.
next opponent is an ally of Solon. Do you remember what Solon called us?
Beasts?
That's right. He called us beasts. Meanwhile, he refers to himself as the savior. Who exactly is he saving?
The Empire is broken in smithereens. Now it is possible for me to go back to Bridget, but I cannot choose that choice. The time is still too soon for that. We must be stopping the evil for everyone in Fodlan. We will be fighting until the end of it.
Talk to you.
Fighting against enemies whose true nature is unknown is honestly really scary. Still, there's a force in this world that clearly means us harm. We have no choice but to fight back. With our own hands, we'll safeguard Fodlan's future. Oh.
Okay, let's go over here then. Nope, not there. Here.
I am so glad that Rhea is unharmed. My brother continues to worry about her, however. Of course, I am worried myself. I cannot imagine being in that situation while in such a state. She should just leave things to you and Claude and get the rest she needs.
Professor.
Hey, Catherine, how's it going?
We rescued Lady Rhea. I can hardly express my joy. But now we know about a new foe who intends to bring her harm. In time, we'll realize the peaceful world that Lady Rhea has always hoped for. I'll have to keep that in mind when I'm fighting.
Yep.
What, Professor?
Let's go up here then. And Zero, how's it going?
Lady Rhea's back! Lady Rhea's back! I'm so happy!
Calm down, dude.
But things aren't gonna be like they used to be anytime soon, are they? There's still folks out there that want us all dead, and Lady Rhea still hasn't regained her strength yet. Speaking of which, Professor, please don't ask too much of her right now, okay?
Yep, I know.
I'm so sorry, but I can't let you in.
Yep.
Her Grace is resting.
Rhea is sleeping right now. If it is not absolutely urgent, please do not disturb her rest. The long confinement took its toll on her health. Truthfully, she is in no shape to be exerting herself at all, to say nothing of a military expedition. To make matters worse, we are now facing a very old enemy. One that has conspired against us since time out of mind. Please proceed with caution. I have a bad feeling.
And last one is gonna be you.
Professor, most of the opera company
Why you say it
fled,
like that?
but they're back in the capital now. I don't know if everyone survived, but it looks like they should be able to mount a revival. They even asked if I'd consider making a return to the stage someday. I suspect I may refuse, though. We're at the dawn of something new. No reason to look backwards, eh?
Alright, I think that's all the people I can do now. Alright. Alright, forgot counseling. Why did I forget this? It's probably the only thing I keep forgetting considering it's not important. What do you got? Something's about such for so much trees there, yeah. Forever. Don't curious who I'm close to. Yes, of course it'd be Claude. Oh well. Okay, let's do this. So I'll see you guys before we actually go into combat. Since I'm here, might as well show the supports I've gotten. Alright. After this, we have one more. That'll be great.
Flame. Isn't it about time you told me the truth?
The tone.
About what exactly?
Who you really are. Villains are after you for your blood. There's no doubt that you're someone special, and that's why Sedith is always worrying about you so much, right?
Well, yes. I see no reason to hide that fact.
But just what makes that blood of yours so special? More than anything, I've been wanting to find out Teach's true identity. But yours is bothering me almost as much. Somehow, I can't seem to stop thinking about you. It's almost like a crush. I have a crush on your secrets, Sweet Flame.
Such flattery.
I've tried asking Sedith, but there's no sign of him budging on the issue. At this point, I guess I just need better bargaining skills. Or how about this? If you tell me the truth, I'll do anything you say.
That is not something I am willing to share, unfortunately. However, since you are so passionate on the matter, I will promise you something.
What's that?
If you somehow manage to uncover the truth of my identity, I will acknowledge it as truth.
That's real nice of you and all, but I think if I could come up with the truth, I'd be able to tell from your reaction anyway. You're not great at hiding your emotions, after all.
If you do somehow figure it out, then I would ask something of you, Claude. I would ask that you reveal your own true identity.
Now that's a request I wasn't expecting.
It has been clear to me for quite some time now that you are no ordinary noble. I have been pondering, well, you, quite a lot lately. The curiosity is enough to drive me mad.
I see. Well, that's an interesting turn of events. Looks like we both have a little crush on our hands, huh? I hope the day comes when we can talk freely about both of our identities.
Okay, and this one's gonna be also
Hey,
Leonie.
Ignatz? Drawing again?
I am. I suppose that's rather irresponsible, as we're in the midst of a war. But ever since we last spoke, I felt keen to pursue my artistic aspirations.
Like I said, it's your calling. Don't feel bad about it.
All right, I'll try to embrace it. And you, are you practicing archery today?
More just double-checking this bowstring. I want to make sure it's ready for the next battle.
Okay. Well, let's both do our best.
That's the spirit. Does that mean you finally accepted that you're an artist?
I'll try to discuss it with my parents after the war. There's little demand for knights in peacetime. In fact, painting might be a more reliable way for me to support my family. I'll try to persuade them with arguments along those lines.
Good point. I'm glad you've got some confidence.
Come to think of it, Leonie, what will you do when the war is over?
Me? I'm going to become a top-tier mercenary.
A mercenary in peacetime?
Even after the war's over, there'll be plenty of work for me to do before peace really takes hold. I'll pay what I owe my village back, with interest. After that, I don't know. Never thought about it.
I'm sure you can do whatever you put your mind to.
Hardly. Lots of options just don't suit me. I mean, could you imagine me as a songstress? But yeah, I don't know. Once I've paid off my debts, I guess I'll just have to find something new.
I don't think there's any rush. You can travel and relax, and think about it.
Travel, huh? There's an idea. Want to come with?
Huh? Me?
Sure. You were really excited about different styles across the world, weren't you? Don't you want more of that? Maybe even see the sky in a new shade.
Yes, I suppose I do. I'd like to see the whole world.
If your parents object, we'll just say I kidnapped you. Actually, feel free to say that even if you go alone.
Oh no, I want us to see the world together. Your presence makes every landscape more beautiful.
Hey, hold on. What's this all of a sudden?
Oh, that's not what I meant.
You're hilarious, Ignatz. There's never a dull moment with you around.
Okay, you have one with Felix and us one. Right, let's see how this turns out.
And that's how it's done.
Good to know. There are so many differences between bows and blades.
Yes, you're a quick learner, Leone, and quite a good teacher as well.
Must be Captain Gerald's influence. The weather, the terrain, the enemy's feelings. You have to find ways to make it all work for you.
I agree. A warrior can't stick too closely to predefined tactics. That's quite shrewd. You're impressive for a girl.
For a girl? Come on, you're past that. Looking down on your opponent is a great way to fall into a pit trap, isn't it?
I suppose that's true.
Glad you remember.
I still have much to learn. Not only about swordplay, but also about thinking on my feet. I hope to learn more from you, Leone.
Count on it. We'll come up with plenty of new ideas if we work together. Guess that means we're partners, doesn't it?
We're what?
Partners. Friends who help each other improve.
Huh. Partners. That's not bad.
Not at all. Looking forward to working with you, partner.
Likewise, partner.
Okay, yep. So last one was Sedif.
Ah, Hilda. Business in town?
Yes, I'm buying some art supplies.
Oh, to replenish what you used on our book, I presume. Allow me to compensate you.
No need. I use them for my own crafting and accessory making too. By the way, your tales seem quite popular. I saw a big crowd of kids at the church.
Wonderful to hear. We made the right choice leaving it there.
I also heard a mother scolding her child by saying, if you keep lazing around, you'll turn into a fox. Though as long as there's a friendly squirrel around, being a fox doesn't sound so bad.
That was not my intention. Perhaps the story was better off in its original form after all.
Anyway, I guess you've got something to keep you busy after the war. Originally, these stories were for Flame, but now there are lots of people who love them. The kids are looking forward to your next release. You don't want to disappoint them.
I do wonder how appropriate it is to sit around and write children's books in an era of great change.
An era of great change. Isn't that exactly when kids need something to hold on to? They're the future of Fodlan, after all.
Astute observation. But if I am to continue in this trade, I will require more of your assistance.
Really? You're a successful author, and you still want to use my lousy illustrations?
I need an artist who can appreciate the message, and who can draw pictures that resonate with children. Your art has a certain careless quality that I feel matches my work splendidly.
A careless quality? That doesn't sound like a compliment.
Did you not purchase those art supplies today in the hopes of continuing with this work?
Well, yes. I guess I can stick with it until the war is over.
Such lukewarm commitment. No matter. We can consider the post-war situation when we come to it.
I'm pretty fond of being a fox, but becoming a squirrel wouldn't be the worst thing. I'll admit, I like seeing Sedith pour his heart into these stories.
What was that?
Didn't say a word. Let's get to work on that sequel.
Guys are close to get. How could you not hear that? And Shamir, right.
I heard what you did. I'm disappointed, Leone.
Oh no.
Hi, Shamir. What have you heard exactly?
You aimed your bow at a group of students passing through the monastery. Was this your idiotic idea of training? I told you to be cautious.
I'm sorry. Idiotic's a bit harsh, though, isn't it?
What were you planning on doing after you took aim? Shooting passersby? Of course not. If you want to train, choose a target you can actually shoot.
I know. Everyone was pretty mad. I really am sorry.
Nobody's happy to have a bow pointed at them.
My mentor used to do that kind of thing a lot.
Mentor? Was that Gerald? I don't know much about him. Would he really do that?
Would and did. Mostly when he was drunk.
That's great.
Not a good habit to emulate. From now on, only aim at bugs, like I showed you.
But, I don't really like bugs.
You don't like bugs? That should make you want to aim at them even more.
I just can't look at them. Seeing all the extra legs and things, makes my skin crawl.
Then just draw some spiders and hang them on the walls. Aim at the drawings whenever you pass one. Overcome your fear of bugs while you train.
You want me to draw spiders? Ew, no. Would that even help?
Yes, I should know.
Huh? You were scared of them too?
I was, but they don't bother me anymore.
Okay, you've talked me into it. I'll give it a try.
And don't hang them where other people might pass.
Got it. Learn my lesson. Promise.
I'm choosing to believe that.
Okay, Bernie has one of Sedif.
Here's your book of fables you let me, Sedith. It was so interesting to learn all about St. Indec that I read it cover to cover in one sitting.
Impressive. I'm glad you enjoyed it. What's this sticking out between the pages? Is this an illustration?
No, nothing like that. I must have stuck it in there and forgotten. Just, give it back, please.
Are you certain this was accidental? It quite fits the descriptions in this chapter. Ah, I see. You included an illustration where you thought the visual would be helpful.
No, not at all. I was just fooling around. I have an overactive imagination, and I forgot to take it out before I gave you the book back.
It really is a lovely drawing, you know. Now that I've seen it, the book would feel incomplete without it. But who is this man next to St. Indec? I can't help but notice he bears a resemblance to me.
Oh, that's St. Keyhole. The book describes him as one of St. Indec's closest friends. I got the feeling he was a very serious man, but also really kind. You know, like you. So that probably explains the, resemblance.
I have to say, I never would have expected to be a reference model for St. Keyhole. What a curious ambivalence.
What about furious violence?
No, what I meant to say is that I am both flattered and a little embarrassed to be portrayed in this way. Perhaps it is because, in my study of him, I feel like I've also become a friend to St. Indec. Records show that St. Indec and St. Keyhole worked together to achieve great things. If possible, I would like it if the two of us could similarly combine our efforts.
What? How do we figure into this?
We each bear their respective crests, do we not? One might also say that just as I am this book's author, you are now its illustrator. So why don't you do some more illustrations? And color them as well. We'll add them to the book.
You really want me to? I don't know if I'm good enough for something like that.
Okay, you. Alright, it's gonna be the last one too.
I've shared a fair number of jokes with Petra by now. Though there is a strange shame in having to explain them all in detail.
Oh, bother.
Ah, is that Petra? She's talking to some kids.
Oh no, Eloise, why? Why did you?
Our hunting had great success today.
You're amazing, lady. Did you really catch all those birds? How do you even get that good at hunting?
You wish to know the secrets?
Yes, please.
Teach us!
Hey, Petra, what were you saying just now?
I was asked to tell the secrets of my hunting.
Oh, wait. Are you going to try using...
Training is the most important for hunting. You can start by breaking the ice. Huh?
She was so proud of that one.
Wait, I think you mean breaking the ice. You sure broke something there. What I meant was...
That technique was an incredible one. You are the most comedic genius in all of Fodlan.
I don't know if I'd say genius, per se.
I don't really get what they're saying, but it looks like the lady's having fun.
You could probably just literally break their eyes. Just shoot at it. There you go.
She's, a pretty funny lady.
I have been called a funny one. It is all because of your doing, Eloise.
They seem more shocked than amused.
I want even more improvement. I wish for you to instruct me all day. Will you be agreeing, Professor Eloise?
Petra seems to be headed in a strange direction, but it is her choice. If she starts telling lots of bad jokes, I hope the people of Bridget don't come after me. Not my fault.
That's great. That's great. Okay, we have one Shamir, gotcha. Oh boy, this could take a while, isn't it?
Caspar, how have you been?
Oh, Shamir. I've been normal. Yep, totally normal.
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Everything's normal.
Then you should try to act like it. If something is bothering you, say it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm disappointed, Caspar. I thought you were the type to always speak your mind.
Alright, fine. You got me. Truth is that I heard something about you. I heard you fought in the battle between the Empire and Dagda.
Yes. And?
And I heard that you maybe lost someone important in that battle.
Perhaps. What's your point?
No point. Not trying to make a point. I just didn't know you were involved in all that. I was hoping we could be friends, but you fought against the Empire. You obviously have every reason to hate them, so I'm sure you don't want me around.
What does my past have to do with you?
My father was responsible for a lot of what happened to the Dagdans.
Are you responsible for your father's actions?
Well, no, but kinda. I know I wasn't there, but I gotta...
Bring them back.
Huh?
If you're responsible, then bring back the lives that were lost. If you can't, then spare me your pity.
But...
Yesterday's enemy is today's ally. You have to abandon old feuds. Only then can you face me as a friend.
Okay, right. Felix has one set of, and it's the last one 2.
Hello, Felix. Training alone.
Oh, dissed him again.
I see.
Spying on me again, I see.
It is not my intention to spy. I am merely concerned about you. I do not think you have
do you
been
think he's
keeping your
spying?
friends at a distance because you dislike them personally. Rather, I think what bothers you is their concept of proper knighthood. Is that not so?
You really have been watching me closely. You're correct. I don't understand why they revere knighthood. I won't be friends with anyone who believes in that nonsense.
Do you feel that way because of what happened in the tragedy of Dusker? I have heard the story. Your brother was one of the royal knights. He gave his life to defend the prince.
My brother was doing his job. My father is the real problem. When my brother's armor was brought back to the castle, do you know what he said? He died like a true knight. Chivalry begets the worship and glorification of death. Am I alone in finding that grotesque? I suppose you'll excommunicate me for blaspheming like this.
Not at all. I am not a knight, so I have no intentions of lecturing you about chivalry. So long as one's conduct is consistent with the teachings of the goddess, it is up to the individual to decide right from wrong.
In that case, I'd like you to formally pardon me for not having friends.
You require no such pardon. This is merely advice from an old man to a younger one. As unwavering as your convictions may be, the others also feel strongly about their beliefs. If you hate all those whose beliefs are different from yours, you will hate everyone eventually. People with exactly the same beliefs as you simply do not exist. You do not have to change your beliefs, of course. But you do have to accept that others feel differently. That is my advice to you. I will speak no more of it.
Sedith, can I ask one thing? Why are you going out of your way to tell me this? Why bother with me at all?
Because I trust you. Now that I've heard what you have to say, I trust you even more. I am also a rather eccentric person. I thought you and I might get along.
I see. You've gone to so much trouble. I may have to start making an effort as well.
Good. Do not take this the wrong way, but I hope you will surpass my expectations.
That's nice. Right. Oh, yep. This last one was a set of 2. This is a whole chivalry thing or something.
Still contemplating, I see.
Without so much as a word, you've read me through and through. Since last we spoke, I've been thinking a lot about my future.
Fair.
How I want to spend my life. It's a lot to think about, and I haven't entirely sorted out where I'm going. I think I need more time to grow.
On the contrary, you have given this honest and sincere thought. I am quite impressed, actually.
You're impressed with me?
Worry about the future is not unique to youth. It is human nature. At the risk of being overbearing, might I offer you one more piece of advice?
Of course.
Have you considered what your life would be like had you not been born with a crest? Do you suppose that you would have been ordinary? Insignificant? I do not think so. Even without a crest, such a promising young lady as yourself would have a bright future ahead of her.
Sedith, I
am not typically inclined to flattery, so I hope you will take my words to heart. Have faith in yourself. If you trade that faith for a misplaced pride in your crest, I will have to reassess your character.
I've no intention of doing such a thing. It will take me time and experience, but I will find my path and walk it proudly.
I am glad to hear it, Ingrid.
This last one for Net.
Annie, do you have a moment?
Yeah, they had a fight or something.
Is this about what happened when we were shopping? If so, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
My dad had to keep this together for 5 years, apparently.
Not so fast. I haven't properly apologized yet. So, I'm sorry. I got scared. Imagine if something bad happened to you because of me. Mercy, you would have just run away if you were on your own, wouldn't you? Instead, you acted defensively because I was there. I dragged you down.
Mercy, you're upsetting me. How dare you say that you dragged me down? You know why I was acting so recklessly? Because I wanted to protect my best friend in the whole world.
Annie,
do you remember when we first enrolled at the academy? It seemed like everyone was leagues ahead of us and so far out of reach. I felt completely hopeless. But because you were there, I didn't lose hope. So, don't say stupid things about how you dragged me down or how you don't deserve things.
Thank you for saying that. And again, I'm sorry. You're just so important to me. I know I could never find another friend like you. You stayed by my side through thick and thin. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if anything happened to you because of me.
Mercy, can we be friends again?
Of course, Annie. Friends forever.
Good. I don't know what I would have done if we hadn't found a way to make up.
I'm sorry. I should have said something sooner.
No, I'm the one who should have stopped being so stubborn and said something. You know, now that everything's as it should be, I'm suddenly starving.
That's just like you. Come, let's go for tea.
Ooh, let's! And we should have some Mercy-baked sweets on the side. I think I love you more than just about anything in the world.
You do? Oh, Annie, you're too sweet.
Not as sweet as your baking. I love your baking more than anything in the world, too. Other than you.
Well, I'm always happy to bake for you, Annie.
I'm so happy to have you back.
Flynn instead of...
Flynn.
Here to pester me, brother?
No. I think I'm the one who ought to be pestered.
Regardless of what I say to you, it is not as though it has any effect in reducing your worry over me.
That is true. No matter where you are, and no matter what you're doing, I will always worry. But that's only because I treasure you so very much. Please understand, I'm not trying to hurt you.
Of that I am well aware. I am touched that you care so deeply. When I think of it, it is my own fault that you have become so overprotective. I cannot blame you.
No, the fault is entirely mine. You were still so young. I placed far too much strain on you, and our lack of resources was no excuse. Worse, I failed to watch you during the battle. Your mother, too. We lost her because of me. Afterward, it broke my heart to see how much you would need to rest just to survive. I swore that I would dedicate every moment remaining in my life to your protection.
Ever since then, I have been afraid of falling asleep. My fear of sleeping is outmatched only by my fear of spending my life alone, even if it cannot last. I want to live among my peers as one of them, as an ordinary person, similar to how you and Mother coexisted with your own comrades back then, fighting side by side.
Quite right. I know you must leave the nest someday. No matter how many ages our lives may span, I know that's the way of it.
Father.
Don't.
Nobody is listening, Father. Let me address you as such just this once. I have valued the quiet days you and I have spent alone together, but I am no longer a child. Just as you and Mother met one another, and eventually I was brought into the world, I
know. Please, no more. No matter what happens, you are my daughter. It gives me great joy to see you grow.
Aw, that's sweet.
And please, at least until this war is over, let me continue to worry. You're the most precious person in my life. I can't bear the thought of losing you.
It seems I have no choice in the matter. I shall allow you to worry about me enough for yourself and Mother both.
But only that much and no more, my dear Father Keyhole.
Thank you, Kathleen.
Yep. Now I finally got confirmation of what I've said. Maybe they're actually those persons. Catherine, this could take a while, isn't it?
How are you, Catherine? You look well enough.
Oh, yes, I'm fine. Never better.
That is good. I cannot help but be concerned, given your tendency toward incautious behavior. While boldness can be a virtue, I do hope you will bear in mind that recklessness is not. A moment's negligence can lead to a mortal wound for even the most skilled fighter.
You worry too much. If they saw me in action, the wounds themselves would cower.
That is precisely the attitude that worries me, especially given your history. You have been gravely injured before, as you no doubt recall.
Me? Gravely injured? When did that happen?
You mean you have forgotten? It was during your days as a student at the Officers' Academy. There was an excursion, a monster hunt. You charged ahead and left your fellow students behind. You ended up alone and surrounded. You almost died. Do you truly not remember?
Are you sure? All I remember is cutting down monsters left and right.
That is true enough, but you nearly bled to death in the aftermath. The Archbishop was so concerned for your life that she tended your wounds personally.
Oh, that was when that happened. Finally! It all fits together. Lady Rhea looking after me. Now that I remember clearly. That was the first time she ever spoke to me. I was lying on the ground, caked in mud, and she gently picked me up, even stroked my hair. The emotions were so overpowering that they must have just cleared away my memory of the whole incident. So it was during the monster hunt. Thanks, Sedith. That's been bothering me for ages.
That is not quite why I brought it up.
Come to think of it, Lady Rhea hasn't healed me since then. Maybe if I get wounded badly enough, I'll have that honor again.
I know you have a fondness for the Archbishop, but do try to control yourself.
There you go. Catherine and Shamir next. And we could probably do
That
something.
battle was a decent challenge, but when push came to shove, they didn't have a chance. Before long, all of the church's enemies will have been destroyed.
You must really love worshipping the church. Or is it just Rhea?
Lady Rhea. You're the only one in the Knights who doesn't address her with the proper respect. It's not just that I worship Lady Rhea. I respect her, admire her.
I don't get the Ceros religion. Or Rhea.
Why'd I keep doing that?
Shamir, if you were anyone else, I would cut you down for saying that. She saved your life.
She did, and that's why I fight for her. Doesn't mean I worship her.
You never change. You're so stubborn.
You're the stubborn one. When we're on missions related to Rhea, it's like you're wearing blinders. Now that she's been rescued, your carelessness is probably just going to get you killed.
I don't plan on getting killed. And it's not that I'm wearing blinders. I'm just focused. I've devoted my heart to Lady Rhea. She's the reason I wield my sword.
As long as you don't get killed or cause me any trouble, I don't really care.
So my death would cause you trouble?
That's not what I meant.
Let's give it a rest. There's no point in arguing.
Fine. But I want you to know something. It's not easy to put your life in the hands of someone who doesn't share your beliefs.
I understand. I think we can both agree on that.
Okay then. Yep, that's everyone. Okay, oh, why'd I keep doing that? Never mind. Save for that slot and let's explore. Alright. First thing first, might as well. Actually, we'll do everything. Let me check something real quick. Which are my close allies? Okay. Since we're here, might as well harvest. It rose. Okay, this thing is actually... This movie is going pretty fast. I just noticed that. Cultivate this. Boom. Yep, look at that. Alright. I was able to become Wyvern Lord. That's great. Okay, get rid of that. So, what should I actually have on you? This thing here. That's what I actually had on you in the beginning anyway. Oh, what I actually wanted to keep on you. How to keep missing this? It's poultry. Great. Yeah, I'll take it. The Harvest Festival, right. Teddy Special. Let's see. They've supported each other. Okay, so it'll be this thing here. Vegetable stir fry. Okay. I'm pretty sure these two are close. Have like an A plus, I think. I don't know.
This food is.
I like.
Do they actually have it? Nah. Ah, great. I messed up a bit. Ugh. Did not mean to do that. Oh well. I'm glad that the game's gonna be like this mean to me. Great. This just has to happen. Oh well. Oh well. Are you kidding me? Right, really? You know, let's go back here again. Good. There. Alright, something better. Actually, it's still bad, but no. There. Alright. Let's get used to that. Alright. And let's see some of these things here. Alright, this last one with Ignat and Petra. Let's see how it goes.
Petra, you always seem so focused on your training.
Ignatz, are you wanting something from me?
I want to apologize about the glasses debacle.
Oh, right.
Apologize? I will give you my forgiveness, but I am not understanding.
When I laughed at what you said, I felt really bad for doing that. I'm realizing that I can learn a lot from you.
You are learning new things from me? What kind of learning?
Nothing specific, but more like you really take things seriously. You approach the world with genuine curiosity and consider it carefully. You have a sincere, wholehearted approach to learning new things. I envy that.
I am thinking you also have great seriousness. That is why you are worrying. But your worrying is not necessary.
You think so? That's kind of reassuring.
Also, you have much kindness. You are apologizing for the smallest of things. Your heart is overfilled with compassion. You have honesty, too. You are a good person.
Me? Oh, I think that's going too far.
That's great.
You are also having the ability to wear lenses. You are like a hero chosen by the lenses.
Because I wear glasses?
That final one was joking. I do not always have to be serious.
That was a joke. I didn't realize. I guess it was okay for me to laugh after all.
Oh no, she's flirting.
You always look so humorless. It's hard to judge. Oh, I don't mean that in a bad way. You're a fun person to be around. I'll know that you're joking next time. Without you telling me.
It is greatly important for us to be understanding each other.
I think so too. I've been hoping to learn more about you.
Then we can be spending much more time with each other and learning much.
What about...
I wonder how this is gonna go. I already am biased toward hating Ferdinand for some reason.
Marianne, are you not going to pray?
I finished. What is it?
I just wanted to apologize.
It's fine, Ferdinand. You did nothing wrong.
Last time we spoke, I did not quite finish saying what I wanted to say. You say I did nothing wrong. So, perhaps you will hear me out this time?
Very well. What is it?
Rather than mourning the way things are, is it not better to accept reality and move forward from there?
Accept and move forward?
Precisely. You curse your heritage and reject your present situation. That makes you gloomy, even despairing. As long as you are held back by that way of thinking, nothing is ever going to change.
What about you? Do you really believe that you accept whatever comes in life?
I do. Come what may, I will never falter.
How?
Well, Each person is born with a purpose. We must fulfill that purpose, no matter our circumstances. It imbues our lives with meaning and direction. That is what I believe, anyway. Everyone has something they are meant to accomplish. That is true for nobles, commoners, even bandits.
I see. So that's what you believe. Do you really think it's possible that someone like me has a purpose to fulfill?
Yes, of course.
Oh, I'll give this some serious thought. Thank you, Ferdinand. Your words have deeply moved me.
Is that so? How wonderful. I will pray that you find the answers you seek.
What about...
And, yep, that's it. So, might as well continue on till we're at that point. Let's see. Anything else? No. 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 Okay. Alright, before I do anything, I'm going to save over this slot. And next time on Three Houses, we're going to stand strong on Shambhala. See you guys next video. Bye.